And welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time. Last episode, we defeated the monsters at the bottom of the well to obtain the Lens of Truth. In this episode, we're going to use that Lens of Truth to help us as we defeat the Shadow Temple. And I'm so happy to be recording this. I will tell you why in 1 minute. So you want to turn around after you play the Nocturne of Shadow, head to the area with the unlit torches, and just go ahead, hop on the little pedestal here, surrounded by all the markings, play Din's Fire. It'll light all the torches and lead us on forward. So this is one of the times in the game where you need Din's Fire. You cannot shoot... Well, I've never tried it. You probably can't shoot all the torches with fire arrows. Just get Din's Fire and use it. Okay. So, you can see here, there's a little gap that if we fall down, we'll have to restart the temple. Not so bad, considering we just started it. So, I'm just going to use my hook shot, and hook shot over to the area. And this little painting, fake wall slash whatever, is going to say, the shadow will only yield to one with the Eye of Truth. Oh, it's this guy right here. Okay. So you want to ignore this area for now, head off to the left, and you can see that there's a fake wall here that we can go through, and go through the door. And why am I so thrilled to be recording this? Well, because it's a re-record. I just recorded 54 minutes of audio, including what I have to edit out, but I never actually recorded the game, so that's outstanding. So I get to re-record this. Yay. Okay. Run forward, and this guy will say, one who gains the Eye of Truth will be able to see what is hidden in the darkness. And you can see the green eyes are glowing there. These spots in the walls that have green eyes, like you can see there's no green eyes on that guy right ahead of me. Basically, they just tell you things. So this area can be confusing. It was confusing to me until I learned the trick about this immediate area. You just want to head counterclockwise. Head to the right. Shadow Temple. Here is gathered Hyrule's bloody history of greed and hatred. Just use your Lens of Truth, and it'll illuminate the path forward. So, in this room is a Redead and a couple keys. So first you want to kill the Redead. Pretty simple task with our nice handy Bigoron sword. And kill the two keys. You want to quickly grab that magic refill, because we'll be using the Lens of Truth a lot in this dungeon. Luckily, pretty much every enemy, almost every enemy drops a potion bottle, which will help refill our magic. So, Link will open a large chest, and early on, we get the dungeon map. We also get the compass really early on as well. Okay. With that done, we can exit the room. You can equip your Lens of Truth if you want, and just, once again, keep heading to the left. Yep, I already heard that one before. What is hidden in the darkness, tricks full of ill will. You can't see the way forward. Okay. So once again, counterclockwise with your Lens of Truth. It makes this area real simple. Run straight ahead through this empty wall. And in here, we are going to encounter an enemy we encountered at the bottom of the well. It is Dead Hand. And he's probably going to bite us because he spawned really quick. Piece of shit. Okay. So once again, wait for him to lower his head, slash him with your sword. Lower your head, bitch. Now that we have the Bigoron sword, it'll be much, much easier to defeat him. Wait for him to go back underground, let one of the hands grab you, and now with the Bigoron sword, I think we can actually kill the hands. Let's see if I can do it. Yep. Kill two of them right there. Wonder, I've actually never tried this, but I wonder if I kill all the hands, if I kill him. Let's just see real quick. Or maybe I'll screw myself. I don't know. Yep. So we kill all the hands, it'll just make him... Oh, I guess new ones appear. Oh, well. Okay, come on. Move. Alright, there we go. Yep, they all... Oh, wow, they all regrow. Huh. Well, you learn something every day. Wow, and I'm gonna get pwned. Okay. So, we just learned that. Don't kill the hands, they will respawn and they will get you. But, you know, another hit of him, he's dead. Okay, yeah, so we all learned something today. And a chest will appear, and that will give us the dungeon treasure, which are the hover boots. It is our third set of boots, and We only have one more dungeon treasure now to win, and that's... Well, it's not... Technically, that's not true. We only have one more temple treasure to win. So with these mysterious boots, you can hover above the ground, but you have no traction. You can even use them to walk for a short period where there's no solid ground. So we'll be doing that a lot. You get, maybe it's like a second and a half or something, where you can stand on air and hover there because the hover boots, and you'll see that soon enough. The no traction thing, like I said, I'll show that real quick. So running forward and stopping, but I still slide forward. So that's what I mean by no traction. So now that we have the this temple's treasure, basically, what we're going to do is we're just going to exit the temple, and the way that we're going to exit is just the same way that we came in. We are just going to run counterclockwise to the right, and that'll lead us to blah 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 blah. That'll lead us back to the room that I said to ignore. Now, one thing I do have to say, it is now June in New York, Western New York, Rochester, which is where I am. So my windows will be open, there will be birds chirping, there will be city noises, because I live in a city. So you might hear some of that in the background. And I have new neighbors to my left. And they have 4 kids under the age of 5. And let me tell you one thing. That is probably the best birth control in the world, because there's so much screaming, so much crying. But I digress. I'll just have to record later at night. You read the sign that says, "One who has the sacred feet can cross the valley of the dead." So that's basically telling us that we can't go over here until we have the hover boots. Now, how do we know? How do we open that grate right there? Well, if you look right here, you can see all the skulls disappear except for that one right there. So what you want to do is you want to walk towards the middle. The statue will say, "Make my beak face the skull of truth." Alternative is descent into the deep darkness. So you just want to push it and make sure he's facing the correct skull. And if you are facing the incorrect skull and you try to walk away, the bottom will fall out. So I think it's this one over here. I was going to show you what happens if you face the wrong skull, but I did it on my playthrough and it's nothing really exciting. So I'm going to have him focus on this one. If this is the wrong one, it's not. Okay, so now we'll walk away. And when it's the right one, you walk away, the gate will open. Like I said, if it's the wrong one, you walk away, the bottom will fall out. And you'll have to restart the dungeon. But you won't have to go through that little maze area off to the left that we just did. So equip your hover boots, roll across to the tongue of the statue or whatever, and then you can just equip your regular boots, and you're going to run into an area with a BMOS and 3 paths. So as we run down, first things first, we're going to head off to the right path. There's a fake wall right there we can just run through. The door will shut behind us, and there are 2, I think they're called gibbos. Honestly, I don't remember the name of this monster, so I'm just going to call them the mummies. I'm going to play the Sun Song real quick to freeze them, because as adult Link, they can still petrify us. Even though the Red-Deads or Red-Deads or whatever, even though they can't. So these guys, now, let me see if I can actually find their name. So let's see here. So slash him. Z target. Gibdo, that's the name, Gibdo. And of course, for you guys, for the viewers, I had to look his name up, and now he starts like humping me because I gave him that opening. Okay. Kill them both, the chest will appear, and the door will open, and bum bada bum bada bum, we already get the compass. So yeah, you get the compass and the dungeon map really early in this dungeon, and the reason is it's not all that confusing. It's a very linear dungeon. We never have more than one small key at a time, and the path, if you don't know the path, it's very simple to figure it out. So that's pretty sweet. So run across to the left side now. And you can see in here, just like in the ice cavern, there is a scythe that is guarding silver rupees. So you just want to collect the rupees, avoid the scythe. And I just want to show you something real quick. So if you take the lens of truth out right here, because what does this guy say? This wall, it's saying something. it says, if you want to see a ferry to the other world, come here. And you can see that there's a fake floor there with some metal grating. Well, we'll go there eventually, and later on in the game, if you actually need a shortcut, like if you miss one of the Skulltulas, you can actually use that as a shortcut. But we got other stuff we gotta do first. The way we are right now, we can't just skip and go to that ferry. Ah, come on, you stupid scythe. So, just file that back into your memory. If you're following along, you won't have any need for it. But in case you forget to get one of those Gold Skulltulas, or you just wanna, I don't know, check out the ferry again, that's a quick way to the ferry. So, now that chest is open, and we're gonna get our first small key, if I can avoid the stupid scythe. Scythe is one of my favorite Elven King songs, but it's kind of pissing me off. I kind of hate the scythes in this game. So roll through here. Damn it, it's the wrong one. Okay, get hit by the scythe again. Hop up, get hit again. And here we go. Yay, there we go, finally small key. So that was me being really pathetic, just going to every wrong room, getting hit by the scythe. But anyway, we got our first small key, and like I said, we will never have more than one small key in this map, in this dungeon, this temple. Okay, so small key in hand, we are now going to head... Well, I'm going to avoid the Beamos' laser. So now we're actually going to head to the eastern door, or if you remember, we were running down this hallway with the three doors. The three, doors, I guess, for lack of a better word. It's the north one, the top one. So it's not a fake wall, it's a bombable wall, and wow, I can't talk. It reveals our first locked door that we need to get the small key to unlock. So, open the door, and in this area, it's a hallway that looks pretty, not a whole lot going on. Pretty inconsequential, but there's all these Skulltulas that hang from the ceiling that'll try to drop down and attack you, so I recommend just taking them out with your hook shot. You can see there. You can actually look up if you walk really closely, and you can see like their feet just literally hanging out of the top right there. So whatever. It looks... I was trying to say something like it looks like it's a hallway with nothing of note, but it just wasn't... it wasn't coming out right. So now we have some guillotines that we have to avoid. So the easiest way to avoid guillotines in this dungeon, this temple, just wait for them to start going back up and then just roll underneath them. Nice, simple, easy. Okay, so there's a Skulltula up there. You can just ever so slightly see his feet kind of sticking out of the bottom there. So he'll come down, we'll shoot him with our hook shot, and we'll roll underneath the next guillotine. So we'll go over here, and now we don't have to worry about the Skulltulas. As Navi says, we have to worry about the shadows of monsters that hang from the ceiling. So what you want to do is you want to run out here. You can see the Wall Master circle is going to start to come underneath Link. Run away, wait for him to drop down, and just smash him with your sword. Nice and easy. And we have this path ahead of us with more guillotines, once again. Just wait for them to start going up, and jump to the next area. Now right here, I like to wait a second because, yep, there's a bubble. So he'll try to knock you off the ledge, and I would prefer just to wait for him to go off his merry way before proceeding on with the next area. And off to the right, you can see there's an elevator going up and down. Just remember that in a few minutes we'll tackle that area. So the guillotine goes up, I'm going to jump over to this little ledge, and the Stalfos will appear. So we'll go ahead, we'll slash him up, or you can actually push him off the ledge, or 3 hits with a big round sword will take care of the Stalfos. Right here, I think if we play the Song of Storms, because I'm kind of low on health, you can see right about here, okay. Right here, Navi's turning green, which means play a song. And yeah, we'll do Song of Storms. I think it's Song of Storms. there's a bunch of places where you can play a song in this temple, and a fairy will appear. And yep, this is the Song of Storm spot. So, we'll walk... Oh, come here. Come here. There we go. Walk to the fairy, get a full restoration of our health. So, once you've defeated the Stalfos, if you head off to the left pass from the direction of looking when you jumped on this platform, if you head off to the left, it looks like there's nowhere to go, like you're just in air, but actually if you use the Lens of Truth, you can find out there's a nice path leading over to this door over here. So I suggest you take it. Go through the door here, and this is going to lead to another wonderful scythe room. But, this one, it's not a rupee puzzle, it's enemies that we have to defeat. And remember how I said it was a scythe room? Yep, it's an invisible scythe that we have to use the Lens of Truth to see. However, this one is relatively easy. Just hug the wall. There's a couple keys to kill, and if you just walk slowly along the wall, they won't take off. And Navi will... Okay. Take care of the like. Just get him out of the way, because, he'll try to eat... Bastard. He'll try to eat your sword, your shield. Oh, what am I getting? Oh, I'm getting hit by the scythe. Whoops. Remember, invisible scythe in this room. So just kill the like, kill all the keys. Try not to get hit by the scythe like I did. And if you hug the wall, it shouldn't be an issue. The problem is when I killed the like, I was kind of standing out on the edge of the reach of the scythe. And as I kill this keys, yep, that little chamber will open. And I'll just roll to avoid the scythe, and in this chamber is the first Gold Skulltula of the dungeon. Gold Skulltula number 82. We're getting close. Under 20 to go. And I'll kick this open. I'm pretty sure it's just rupees, though. Yep. Okay. So now I'm just going to roll, because if I roll, I should avoid the scythe. I should roll underneath it. It shouldn't hurt me. Okay, it caught me once. Oh well, no big deal. So, exit the room here, and just head back to the area where we fought the Stalfos, and you will have to fight him again. You won't have to fight the Wallmaster again for entering this room, but you will have to fight the Stalfos. Oh, and don't jump off the ledge like I almost did. You don't want to have to restart the dungeon. Okay. And three. Just let me kill you, dude. There you go, you're done. Okay, now remember this elevator I told you about? Don't try to jump on it when you're level with it. What you want to do is wait for it to start dropping down, and then jump on it and roll onto it. And now quickly you want to turn around, and while it's going up in the air, you want to jump on this platform with a new guillotine in front of you. But you don't want to take that path. You want to turn and kind of go 45 degrees to your left and over. And you don't want to do that, because I have to start this room all over again, and I'll have to fight that Stalfos all over again. At least it's not like the Wallmaster, who will take you back to the very beginning of the dungeon, which is very annoying. So, that's what happens if you fall off the path in this room. I don't recommend that you do it. It gets annoying, and you do lose 1 health for it. So once again, we'll wait for the elevator to drop to the bottom, roll there, as it's going up to the top. We'll jump off the edge here. And that's actually, this is the 3rd time I've played this dungeon today, and that's the only time I actually fell in this area, off the edge. So, you can see there's 2 blades that are going at various speeds around this area to the left. I just recommend you avoid them. You have to collect the rupees. And there's a Beamos who's going to hit me twice. You'll get yours, and just collect the silver rupees. Now, you'll notice I collected all the silver rupees there, and nothing happened. And that is because one of the silver rupees is hiding under our Beamos friend. So just feed him a bomb for dinner, take care of him, and go grab the silver rupee. The door will open, and I'll roll out of the way of the blade, and we will go through this hallway. And in this hallway, we enter a room that has these 2, for lack of a better term, they're basically teeth that kind of like hang from the ceiling, and they slam into the ground. They will impale you and make you start the room again. So I recommend you not trying to outrun them, because you can't. So what you need to do is, if you notice, I'm walking into the sectional wall, you can see that it's saying grab on the A button. If I use my Lens of Truth, I see that there's one of those special blocks that we can pull with a crescent moon on it. So you just want to pull it out into this little path right here. And before I push it, if I head over here and read the sign, it'll say, only one with the Eye of Truth will find the stone umbrella that protects against the Rain of Blades. And that's telling us that use the Lens of Truth, you can find something to stick underneath these teeth. So you just push it, and you notice the teeth get stuck in it, and they can't attack you. And there's a spot that you can push it to that it'll be blocking both set of teeth. So once you do that, one more push, maybe two. Okay. So now it's got both sets of teeth. If they can't hurt me, I can run in here, and we'll take care of Gold Skulltula number 83. Just real quickly grab the token. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish pulling the block the rest of the way, because you'll pull it to a lip, which will allow us to jump on it, so we can get the next small key and proceed through the next area. That chest there, it's either bombs or a rupee or a recovery heart. I don't care enough to bother with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on top of the rock. I'll jump off to the left, wait for the teeth to go back down. I'll walk over them, step on the switch right here, and if we take our long shot we can long shot over to the chest and open it up, and it will reveal one small key. There we go, got a small key, got a couple of recovery hearts here, and just jump down and leave the room. Now we are going to take that the path with that single guillotine in front of it that happened when we immediately landed off of the elevator. So yep, now we're just going to head straight ahead. And this is kind of where we landed, so now we're just going to go this way. And if you notice, take your Lens of Truth out, and you can see that there's a couple paths for us to take. Without the Lens of Truth, however, you can't see it. Luckily, they still exist even when you're not using the Lens of Truth. And there's one that's kind of moving between these 2 points. So just wait for it to move in front of you, jump on it, and then use it to jump over and head through this locked door right here. Another rupee room, yay, and I'm sure there's nothing, oh, yup, in front of us. So this is a rupee room. We gotta collect all the rupees, and instead of a scythe, now it is spikes. So first things first, I'm gonna take care of both Red Deads. One over there, and one over here. You kill both of them, a chest will appear in the middle, but I'm pretty sure it's just blue rupees. It's not it is not a small key. So the way to get these rupees that are kind of hanging in midair is you just need, I think if I can run around it. Nope, it didn't run around it. You can hook shot to the targets to grab them. Yep, blue rupees. So let me grab that rupee. And hook shot over here. I'll drop and I'll collect that silver rupee. And now you might be saying, how do I get these 2 silver rupees? Well, if you look up here, there is a hook shot target. So just hook shot up to the target using the Lens of Truth, and you'll grab this rupee. Now this one is tricky because this looks close enough, so if you run off the edge, you might think, oh, I can grab that rupee, but you can't. So what you need to do, you need to hook shot up here somewhere. Oh, way off. Hook shot up here. Pull out your hover boots. Now you can turn around, and they'll let you walk out to grab the last rupee. And what these hover boots will actually do as well is they will let you walk over the spikes. You won't be able to walk, I mean, you'll eventually, you can't stay on top of them indefinitely. You will eventually take damage, but it's just nice. And in this room, there's a few keys that are flying around. Let's see, come on. I don't want to get hit. Oh, there we go. Now he's coming after me. Wow, thanks for the Z targeting there, Navi. A+ for that effort. Okay, where's his little buddy? Wow, I suck. Okay, anyway. Take care of those 2 keys. Try not to get lit on fire. Like I do. Like I did. And then head up here. And there are 2 more keys that you want to take out. So these I will take out with my long shot. Because they're staying on the wall, so I don't need to waste arrows. That'll open the door for you so you can exit the room. But what I want to do is I want to grab one of these bomb flowers, head over here, and toss it in that blue fire. And I almost missed. Luckily I didn't. The pottery will smash, a small key will fall down, but I'm actually more interested in Gold Skulltula number 84. 3 Skulltulas down from this temple, 2 to go. So grab the small key. Try not to get hit by the blade that's moving ever so slowly along the floor. And go back in this room. I'm not gonna even bother with the redead, it's just not worth my time. Take out your Lens of Truth, see the hookshot target on the ceiling, and hookshot to the door here. So, go through the door. Like I said, very linear dungeon. There's really only one way that you can go, so it's really hard to get lost. And now you can see that there's a fan that's blowing air. And what this fan will do is if we're wearing the hover boots or our Kokiri boots and standing in front of it, just need to wait for it to start blowing. You can see how it's moving us backwards towards that spike. And in fact, we're going to hit the spike, so let it happen. Yep. The way to avoid that is you equip your iron boots, which we haven't really used since the water temple. And the fan is unable to blow you when you're wearing iron boots. If I was famous, that would sound really weird, but it's a Zelda game. So kill the Skulltula, just walk past the fan. And now there's a little tricky spot here, because there's a fan right there trying to blow us. And you can see that there is a pit down here that'll make us restart. I don't know where it'll drop us to. But what we need to do is we need to wait for the fan to stop blowing like it did right there. Equip our iron boots, quickly run across, and before the fan can push us back, equip your iron boots and drop down. And I think I actually said equip your iron boots and run across. I meant equip your hover boots and run across. A couple more fans here, and there's a eye that's trying to attack us. So what you want to do is you just want to make your way to the other side of the platform. Go through this room right here. And get a couple redeads here. And I'm going to take my iron boots off because I'm moving like a molasses. And stop Z-targeting that. Kill. Come on, stop freezing me. Oh, wow. There we go. I don't know why sometimes these redeads, they can freeze you as an adult even though they're not supposed to. They're not the Gibdos. And the reason that you go through this room, even though you don't get a key onto the next area, is if you Z-target this painting and you use Navi to check it out, they'll give you a hint that if you use your hover boots, one of the fans will be able to blow you into a secret room. So what I like to do, to exit this room with the iron boots on, I'm going to put my sword away first. So what I'm going to do, the eye just tried to attack us with the fire right there. So get your shield up and block it, and then get an arrow ready, and the eye will eventually reopen, and just hit it with an arrow when it opens. So now we're just waiting. So there we go, took care of that, even though I got lit on fire once more. You can do it without worrying about the eye is just annoying. So if you look across here with your Lens of Truth, you can see there's a secret passage. And there's a fan right behind you, so what you need to do, just take your iron boots off, put your hover boots on, and the second the fan starts blowing, it'll blow us towards the passageway, and we can just shoot across real quick. I like to do a roll, it's easier. So, I'll re-equip my regular boots, and actually I need my ocarina, because this takes us into the secret room with Gibdos, and Gibdos can freeze us. So I will quickly play the Sun Song to freeze them. I'll And they can freeze us in the pathway of these blades right here. So I'll quickly take care of the Gibdos. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, it's so annoying. Okay, now you're dead. Piece of shit. Okay, kill the second one. Door opens. Chest opens, so we'll grab the small key and we'll head through the next room. And like I said, you can see how much I've been using the Lens of Truth. But I get so much magic that my magic meter's full. Well, wait a minute. What do you mean we didn't get a small key? We only got some rupees. Well, as you can see on the map, there's another chest in this room. So what you want to do is you want to head over to this little pile right here. You want to kind of stand on top of it, take your bombs out, put your bomb there, and it'll blow open the mass of dirt or graves or whatever, but there's still nothing there until you take out your Lens of Truth. It'll reveal a chest, open it up, and get the small key. Now I think, let's see, I think in this room if I play Zelda's Lullaby maybe, I think I can play a fairy song in here, but I don't care enough right now to test it out. So with your small key, you go through the locked door. And remember the fairy that it was talking about? There it is right there, getting close to the end. So first things first, you want to run over here, grab the rock sticking on the wall, pull it out some. Okay, and now you want to pull it back this way some, and then you want to get behind it and push it all the way off to the other side. Now right there you can see there's wire that's sticking out. You can use that passageway to get up to a Gold Skulltula. I'm going to use the Scarecrow song because I have it. And also that wire there that you can climb up actually does connect us to the first scythe room. Remember I showed you that little passage area? So that connects to the first scythe room, so if you ever have an issue and you have to come back here, maybe to grab a Skulltula or something, it's a shortcut and you don't have to go through. Do I have to push it some more? I don't know. Oh, by the way, you want to completely center this block because otherwise it won't fall in the hole made out for it. There we go. So climb up it. Climb up the ladder. Yeah. So that passes there, so you don't have to go through the whole dungeon again. Okay, I'm going to take out my ocarina, and you can see Navi flew over there and lit up in green. That means she wants to hear the Scarecrow song. Pierre will appear. Take out my hook shot and long shot over to him. Couple recovery hearts there, and also Gold Skulltula number 85. So I'll take care of him. Run a little low on arrows, and arrows are what you need to defeat the boss, but I'll get some shortly. So now that I've gotten the recovery hearts and the Gold Skulltula, I can now hop on the ferry. And you can see that there's a Triforce symbol on it, which means Zelda's Lullaby. So we'll just climb up the ladder again, hop over onto the ferry, and play Zelda's Lullaby. It's kind of creepy and eerie, but I definitely do like the ringing of those bells. Okay, so the Ghost Fairy starts departing to the next level of the temple. A Stalfos is going to drop down, and we're going to have to fight 2 Stalfos on the ferry. If you do not defeat the first one by the time the second one appears, just keep Z-targeting the first one, because if you are Z-targeting one Stalfos, the other one won't appear. So that one was pretty easy. We'll just wait for the second one to appear. Any second now. There it is. Let's see if I can get a jump attack off on them. Now, you actually don't even have to defeat them. You can just dance with them, or you can push them off the edge. But don't you fall off the edge. So the second Stalfos is taken care of. Now we just enjoy the rest of the ferry. Although it's not that much long of a ride, and we will have to abandon ship in a couple seconds. And because if you look over here on the side, you can see that there's some land that we can jump down to. So I'm going to jump down to the land, and if we don't, all of a sudden the ferry will reach right here, and Navi will say, "The ship is sinking, abandoned ship." And the ferry falls down through the fog, or the mist, into whatever the Shadow Temple is. So, go through this door right here. We have a couple items that we need to collect here. And you can see that there's a couple wall masters lurking around in this four-doored room. Let's see. But if we look, it looks like we can walk straight through to this wall master. Well, we can't, and the reason for that, there are walls that can only be seen with the lens of truth. So first things first, what you want to do is you want to use Farore's Wind right here, because your perspective will change every time you go in and out of the other three doors, and this will help show you which door is home, basically, which one is the way out. So we're going to go around the rooms counterclockwise, so we'll use the lens of truth, and we'll just not gonna worry about the floor masters in here, just going to go through the next rooms. One of the rooms does have a floor master we do have to be concerned with. And in this room, you can see that these wooden spiked walls are closing in. Well, luckily we have Din's Fire, so just quickly use Din's Fire and it'll take care of the walls. And if I head over here, I'll just kill this little Redead. But the real reason that I'm in this room, as I take this one out, is for this right here. It's for the boss key. Awesome! So we got the boss key. We're getting really close to the boss's room. And now we will leave this room. Quickly though, I just want to get my hook shot back. Or long shot. Now whatever, I'm just going to call it the hook shot. So you can see that if you look straight ahead, that's the door we came in. So next we want to go to that one. So we just got to navigate the walls that are really there, even though we can't see them, and go through here. In this room, all I care about, right here, it's a completely optional room. This guy. Gold Skulltula number 86. This is the last Skulltula of the dungeon. And just to prove it, there's a Skulltula next to Shadow Temple, means it is every Skulltula in this dungeon. You can blow these chests up with bomb flowers that are up top. I don't care about it. It's just, just some rupees basically. Nothing worth it. No heart pieces, anything like that. So next, I want to go to the next room clockwise. Again, or counterclockwise, I should say. Just going to avoid that floor master, because in here, there's a floor master I can't avoid. Now remember, when they're green, you can't hit them, and you don't have blocking abilities with the with the big round sword. And if you don't kill his babies fast enough, like I did right there, the floor master will regenerate. In fact, the two times I played this temple before this actual recording, the floor master regenerated at least once. So, there he didn't. Worked out for me, finally. And we get a small key, which is the last small key that we need. So you can go ahead, you can exit the room. And I think that floor master, yep. Okay, so we'll just quickly run out of... So, we want to go straight ahead, because that's our way out. So just follow the walls around, around, till we can run over here. And exit here. And exit the door and exit the room. And excuse me 1 minute. Had a nice cough I had to do, which I'm sure you guys really wanted to hear. Okay. So now you also have a waypoint, at least for now, until the dungeon's over, because at least until I use it next, to use Farore's Wind. If you screw up here, it'll help warp you back. Now if you look here, it looks like there's part of a statue that's kind of fallen down. And there's really no way to cross over to the next part of the Dumbledore. Next part of the dungeon that we have to go through. But if you look here, you can see there's kind of like the same statue there, and there's bomb flowers. And we all know how much bomb flowers love arrows. So shoot the bomb flowers, and the statue will fall. So the statue falls, it reveals a path. Now I can probably beat the upcoming boss with just the 15 arrows I have on me, but I'm going to smash this pot and not leave it to chance, and get my arrow stock up. Oh, none there. Well, that's nice. 25 is definitely more than I need. So run across your new path here. And I'm going to run over to this side right here. And you can see Navi turns green. That is another song that we'll use, the Song of Time, which seems like they wanted to get every required... Well, you need Soraya song. But they pretty much wanted to get every required song in this temple for some reason. Play the Song of Time, and the time block will appear, and that'll let you hop up and grab a recovery heart. And since I've taken some damage, I'm definitely going to grab the recovery hearts. So we'll grab this one. And you can see Navi flying off there, wants us to call upon Pierre by using the Scarecrow song. So we'll oblige her, we'll play the Scarecrow song. We'll hook shot up to Pierre. And I'll grab the 2 recovery hearts up there. 1, 2. Jump down. Let's see what's in these jars. I think arrows and hearts, maybe? Yep, there we go. Got a full complement of arrows. And you're going to go through this door right here. Real quick, I'm going to take out the Lens of Truth because we'll need it. Use our last small key in this room. And you can see, looking straight across, there is the boss room. And basically, you need to take either the left or the right path to get to the boss door. And you need to use the hover boots because it's just out of your jumping range. So I'm going to use the right path, equip the hover boots, run to this platform, run to the next platform, and run to the last platform. And I almost fell off the edge there, really glad I didn't. So whichever path you want to take, just run over to the boss room, equip your regular boots, go through the boss door, and hop on down. You'll land on a giant bongo set, and get ready for the boss fight. Yep, there's the boss. Bongo Bongo. Phantom Shadow Beast. Okay, the way to defeat this boss is you need to stun his hands with arrows, and then his eye will appear. So once you've stunned his hands, as he's going to try to clap me, and he will, once you stun his hands, so Z-target a hand, fire an arrow, stun it, Z-target his other hand. Not doing so hot. So quickly, I've stunned both his hands. Now I can shoot his eye with my Lens of Truth, looking at his eye, and hit the eye with my sword, and that's how you play Bongo Bongo. So you just quickly want to shoot his hands by Z-targeting. That'll make his eye appear if you're using your Lens of Truth. You can shoot it with an arrow, and slash away. Bongo Bongo will try to clap you, squish you, and grab you. So just remember, just shoot the hands, and with an arrow, it'll make him ineffective for a second. Shoot him with an arrow, and I think this will probably be... Nope, one more. I want some arrows, and I'm not going to get them. So, Z-target the hand, don't let him do his attack thing. Z-target him, shoot him, and now you're done. Now you're done. Wow. Okay. So once again, the hands will bounce, and they'll try to grab you, they'll try to smash you, they'll try to clap you. You just need to shoot him with arrows, shoot him with an arrow, hit him with your sword, he's done. Done, done, and over. And he'll kind of go crazy on the bongos, and he'll dry up, and you can grab the heart container and head on out of the Shadow Temple. And you can see that's kind of like the shadow that came out of the well. that we kind of just defeated, because we're kind of a big deal. Okay, and the passage to the Chamber of the Sages opens. I will grab our recovery heart container, and you can see that's going to increase our life up to 18, meaning we'll get one more heart container at the next temple, the Spirit Temple, and we only have 3 pieces of heart left in the game. So we're coming to a close. 14 Gold Skulltulas and 3 heart pieces. Take the warp to the Chamber of Sages, and I wonder who has a connection to Kakariko Village that we haven't met yet as Adult Link, who may be the Sage of the Shadow Temple. There she is, Impa. Impa is the Sage of the Shadow Temple. She's Princess Zelda's caretaker, and she's finally going to tell us that Princess Zelda is safe. You know, it's only the 4th temple that we've defeated since we've become Adult Link without any knowledge of Zelda. And basically she says, on that day, 7 years ago, Hyrule Castle surrendered. As a guardian of the royal family, her duty was to take Zelda out of the area and prevent Ganondorf acquiring the Ocarina of Time. And every woman in this game wants Link. Last time I saw you, you were just a lad. Now I see you've become a fine hero. And then she finally tells us, oh, there's nothing to worry about, Zelda's safe. Don't know why they couldn't tell us that, like, after we defeated the Forest Temple. Well, maybe Sheik does. I don't know if Sheik does. Whatever. So one more temple down, one more temple to do, and that is the Spirit Temple. And Impa's going to stay here and give us the Shadow Medallion. I really hate how they say, I'm adding my power to yours with this medallion. Well, yeah, but you don't really give us anything. And you can see next to the water symbol there, there's another symbol between this one and the shadow. So it's kind of like, might have done this one out of order. Maybe you should do the Spirit Temple first, but I almost always do the Shadow Temple first. I don't know. I just do. And she'll tell you to look out for Zelda, and we will spawn back in the graveyard on the warp pad. No Sheik this time to talk about, oh, did you see Impa? Blah, 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 blah. So I don't really actually know how we're supposed to know where to head to for the last temple. But if you look at the map here real quick, so we've pretty much explored the entire eastern, northern, and southern half of the world. But we haven't explored the west, so we will head west next time and start our progress towards the Shadow Temple, or Spirit Temple. I probably will not get to it next episode, because there's some stuff we have to do before we can take on that temple. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to end this video here. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave any comments, like that, or smash that thumbs up if you like the video, and I will see you next time.